Peace, welcome back to Essence Tarot, and this is going to be Divine Masculine and Karmic situation. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this Karmic and Divine Masculine situation. Okay, so we got the Beauty card. Alright, so starting with this connection with this Divine Masculine and this Karmic. The Masculine believes that he has saw the beauty in this connection. Okay, he believes that this Karmic is someone special. Okay, very beautiful, very intense, very loving, very caring. But it's like a veil is being put over the Masculine's head is what I'm seeing. Okay, the veil of lies, deception. Okay, it's almost like the Karmic has put the Masculine under a kind of trance, a demonic sexual trance. Okay, almost like it's almost like the Masculine has been used. His need and desire for sex has been it's been triggered. Okay, the attraction has been triggered. So let's see what else is going on. Yeah, so you got individual. Okay, so it only got this Masculine under this sexual spell. Okay, it's almost like because the Masculine is weak and vulnerable. Okay, this Karmic is individually doing this by herself. Okay, she wants the Masculine to herself. She doesn't want anybody else to have this Masculine. So individually, she's making the Masculine. And yes, you can make a Masculine be in his lower self. See, the Divine Feminine's part is to lift the Masculine to his higher self. The Karmic is to keep the Masculine in his lowest vibration, which is the base chakra. And in this case, the Karmic is keeping the Masculine in his base chakra. Now, some of them tend to get greedy. Now, if these Karmic spell don't work right, they get it backfire on them, where they either the Masculine wakes up and realizes that the Karmic has played a game on his mind, and he ascends, or the Masculine stay in the base chakra and don't only just desire the Karmic, will desire karmics. Okay, so let's see what else. So like I said, he's under that hypnosis. Yeah, see, he's under that little dark spell. Okay, that this Karmic has put this Masculine under. And yes, spells are real. People can cast spells on you, but if you're not strong-willed enough, which is Masculine is not strong-willed enough to break out of that illusion. Okay, he wasn't strong enough to break out of his own. What's happening is the Karmic saw the Masculine's weakness and decided to take it. Yeah, so he was definitely trapped. The Divine Feminine job is to help the Masculine see his way through, his false illusion. Now, Divine Feminine needs to, excuse me, Divine Feminine needs to energetically help the Masculine, okay? Because this is it's almost like spiritual warfare is trying to balance out, trying to balance the Masculine out again, okay? Physically, you cannot do it because that is where the spell has been cast for the Karmic on the physical, okay? All the Karmic want is the Masculine's physical form, okay? It's a sexual thing. He's very attracted to this Karmic. He can't seem to resist this Karmic. He can't seem to leave this Karmic right away. They might have turned around and had children with each other and built a physical bond where that is part of the Karmic spell. Okay, it's keeping the Masculine trapped in his illusion. Okay, she's doing this on her own. Some of them realize this, and some of them don't. Okay, the ones that it backfire on and he start fucking around with other people and cheating on the Karmic is the ones who pretty much spell has backfired on them. Okay, because yeah, see, you got the High Priestess as well. Okay, so it's up to the High Priestess to break this Masculine away. It's almost like what I'm seeing is the Beauty and the Beast. Okay, just picture the Masculine being the beauty of the situation, and and within the feminine energy, you got the Karmic, and you got the Divine Feminine. So the Masculine can't tell the difference between the two. Okay, he can't tell the difference between the two because the Karmic has shielded herself to look like the feminine you know, to seem like the feminine that he wants and desires, to replace the divine feminine in her role. Okay, so this is why you got the high priestess. So she's keeping the masculine. This karmic is trying to keep the masculine asleep, and the masculine is falling for it. Okay, but he does think about his feminine every once in a while. See, once again, he does think about his high priestess. You got high priestess of air and you got high priestess of earth. Okay, he does think about, during the midst of this, like I said, it's an energetic situation. The masculine thinks about his karmic sexually, but energetically he can feel his feminine pulling through. So feminines, if you're watching this, divine feminines, if you're watching this, you can help your masculine break free from this spell. This masculine is under a beauty, a beauty which is offering him sexual favors and offering him money and offering him all kinds of shit, where he's falling for it. It's keeping him trapped. So this karmic definitely has this masculine under spell. But what the divine is saying is that the high priestess of earth and high priestess of air, which is spirit and body, can help the masculine. Okay, when the spirit is aligned, then the body is there. Okay, so they just telling you, even though this masculine is under that hypnosis from, hold on, because I just seen another card. I just seen it. I believe it was the high priestess of spirit, because I just got to, hold on. I know I seen it in here somewhere, I swear. Give me a second, y'all. I just glanced it with my eyes. Something's consciousness said. Where you at? I know I seen you. Yep. High priestess of spirit. So like I said, it's going to be mind, body. So you got mind, body, and soul. Yep. So the high priestess, you got the high priestess of air, earth, and spirit. So that's like mind, body, and soul. Okay, that is how you can help your masculine escape from this karmic spell. Escape from that mind illusion. Now, this is that karmic energy. Okay, it doesn't have to just be one karmic. It could be multiple. It's that karmic energy, that dark energy, that want to live a lie kind of frequency. Okay, so the feminine can definitely help that masculine out. You got the moon. Okay, because you guys belong together. So I do see the feminine pulling through in this situation here, where you guys are definitely in separation. But what spirit is pretty much saying is that the masculine is under a spell when it comes to this karmic. So what they're saying individually, as the karmic is trying to pull, it's like a push and pull. You know, we got the feminine and karmic here, and the masculine stuck in the middle, and he's like physically pulling here, but spiritually pulling there, and it's splitting him up. It's causing him confusion. Okay. But what they're saying here is, feminine, you are created to break that masculine free from his illusion, and starting by your mind, gaining wisdom. Okay, it's got to be put in its order. Okay, feminine has to gain her strength, because the more strength you gain, feminine, divine feminine, the more power you can help set your masculine free from that chain that the karmic has created. Okay, so if your masculine is in a relationship with someone, and he known this person for years. He's been all these years, whether they just met him, all that is a timeline of how long they've been asleep. Okay, deep down inside this masculine, he can feel the essence of his partner. He can feel the divine feminine. He can feel her, and sometimes they can see you, and when they're in the dreams, they want to contact you, but they can't reach you. Some of y'all, blocked them, and some of them blocked you. But whatever it is, it's like the karmic has made the masculine block you. Do you understand what I'm saying? The karmic has made the masculine not talk to you physically, okay? But spiritually, that line is always open between the two of you. So this is supposed to be the masculine thing, and the karmic situation. But what's pulling through is feminine will always pull through these readings between the two, is to let it be known. So you feminines pulling through to this karmic, and you're letting the karmic know, because if the karmic is watching, the karmic will get this message. And the masculine is watching, because it will help this masculine wake up. Okay, what they're saying is the karmic won't win regardless of how you see it. So you need to make sure that you are a full divine feminine. In order for you to help your masculine out, you have to be full. Unless you're just another karmic trying to put the masculine under a sexual trance, where all they care about is the physical form. Okay, it has to be spirit first. Okay, it has to be spirit, mind, and body. See, the spirit is already in order. The spirit is already doing the job. You're already connected in spirit. And this is why this masculine feels the need to seek out a feminine energy. But this karmic is not that powerful. Now, yes, she can keep them in an illusional world physically, because this is the realm that they're present in at this moment. But spiritually, when they're not tuned into their physical self, and they're like daydreaming, they're thinking about their feminine, and they're like, maybe they're having hard times, maybe they argue with the karmic, and they just can't stop arguing with the karmic. They tend to drift away. And the best way for a masculine to get away is when he escapes from his own body by, well, some of them will astral travel. A lot of masculines astral travel. Some of them realize and some of them don't. A lot of them daydream, where they stand there and they look like, they're there physically, but they're not present. You could tell because a lot of them do this. A lot of masculine have power, but what they do have is a physical. They have not gained. They've been so disconnected from their bodies that the masculine is not present. And he hasn't been present for so long because he's been floating around, finding his feminine, connecting with his feminine on a spiritual level, on a divine level, where the masculine is like, over it in the physical. Some of them feel like they want to commit suicide. Some of them just done, okay, because they can't play this push and pull anymore. Some of them just tired, okay. Some of them are tired of getting hurt and deceived. They just don't know who to trust anymore. These feminines are everybody looking the same. But the problem is that he's afraid of change, but he wants change. You see what I'm saying? He wants to be able to control what the Creator has created. And when he learned that he can't control what the Creator has created, but accept what the Creator has created, and accept his feminine for who she is, even if she is not what he wants her to be in physical, she is someone that he can ascend with. She is someone that can help him get, have the best life. Okay? These masculines are falling asleep left and right because they are so disconnected from themselves. They're just letting the body roam, and the body is only doing what it wants to do. Okay, some of us have to, when you study spirituality, you have to know that it's a mind, body, and soul separation. So what's going on with your masculine? Study you by learning you. And when you learn you, masculine, feminine, and karmic, when you learn you will learn where the person is, because the mind can travel, okay, the soul can travel, and the body can travel. But everybody has their own way. If the mind goes this way, the body goes that way, and the body goes that way, that's separation from oneself. It all has to align, okay? It has to be the soul. It has to be the body. And it has to be the mind that comes together. Excuse me. It has to all come into one unison, okay? So when you see a masculine daydreaming, he's standing there, okay? His body's there on pause, on autopilot, but his mind travels, okay? His mind is thinking about his feminine, or sometimes his mind will think about the karmics. Think about what he can do sexually with the karmics, sometimes with the feminine, and then all of a sudden the body takes the action, but the soul is still standing there. The soul is always going to live in its truth. The soul is always going to stay where it belongs. It is the masculine's physical form that needs to catch up. Okay, the last thing that really catches up, sometimes the last thing that catches up, it depends on people's growth. Okay, because I'm gonna reference myself for an example. I'd be there, like I'm physically there for my masculine, spiritually there for my masculine, but sometimes my mind will drift off, sometimes, which means I need to gain control of my mind and stop letting judgment, push me the other way. So that goes for the masculine too, and the feminine. When you allow your mind, because the mind is a powerful thing. The mind wandering is a powerful thing. We have to get the mind to stop. And this is the spell that creates, and this is the spell. And that's what put people under a trance, okay? And the masculine is under that physical trance where all he cares about is sex. All he cares about is money. All he cares about is women. And then he won't stop until he gets what he wants, which he will never stop if he's feeling like he has to live in that frequency. Karmics come and go, but the divine feminine is unique, okay? So when he's dealing with these karmics, whether you're in a relationship with them, trying to build a relationship with them, trying to build a friendship, if his mind is filthy, he will go nowhere. Yes, masculines can put themselves under a spell too, but with the assistance of the karmic. Now, if the karmic see the masculine is very weak and only care about sex and only care about money and stuff like that, the karmic will say, oh yeah, okay, well, I have all the sex we can have all the sex that we want. Or the karmic will say, oh, well, I got a lot of money, so it would be like survival mode. It's almost like the masculine is in survival mode because his body is in autopilot. He's not really aligned to his true purpose. So he's in autopilot. So he just do things like this. So he's trapped, okay? He's trying to see the beauty in all things, but he just can't. Sometimes the karmic is not attractive to him, and they get into these arguments and they get into these fights, you know, because the feminine comes around and they're like, who are you thinking about? And they know the masculine is thinking about another female, but they just don't know exactly who. Some of them do. Some of them meet you feminines. Some of them don't. But they know for sure, as well as you know for sure, if your masculine is standing in front of you and he's not thinking about you, he's not fully focused on you, he is wandering. His mind is wandering. What is his mind wandering about? Somebody else, doing somebody else, being with somebody else, building with somebody else. But the soul is where it needs to be, and they have to all align up together in order for it to be, like I said, unison. Okay? So this is the masculine and karmic update. Okay? Masculine is definitely thinking about his karmic. His karmic as if she's his feminine, but also wanting to be with his feminine. And it's causing him confusion, which is causing the feminine karmic to put the masculine under a spell. And the spell is I am. What she is trying to do is to pretend that she is the feminine. Okay, she is trying to pretend mind, body, and soul. Solely she can't do it. Mind she can, and body she can. But soul she cannot do it. So 2 out of 1, unless that masculine wake up, he will stay in that trance until he realizes his worth, until he balances out his body, until he balances out his mind. He will stay in that trance. So if this resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. If you want to book a personal reading to find out what's going on in your situation, you can. Check the description box below for more information. Peace.